Welcome back, guys. It is podcast number 16 of Get Naked.
Woo!
Whoop, 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 whoop.
This is where you take off your clothes.
This is where you take off your clothes.
Oh,
She's like, oh, wait, I wasn't told that part. I didn't wear the pretty underwear today. She didn't wear the pretty underwear today. I'm Erin Plott. This is Dominique, my strong hand. Woo. And we have a pretty awesome little guest for you guys today. Brandi Smetana of the Euphoric Beauty. She is an esthetician that is going to be joining our practice at the new office next week. Next week, guys. Fuck. I am not ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You're ready.
Kind of.
She's like, I mean, sort of.
98%.
Okay. Well, you're more ready than I am. I'm like, I got the place painted. Like,
Tomorrow, I'll be more ready.
Yes. Well, tomorrow you'll hear me cussing a lot because I'll be in there trying to put furniture together.
Oh.
It's fun. Yeah.
It's great.
A lot of fun. So fun. Yeah.
Perfect.
It'll be wonderful. Wonderful.
With that.
December 5th, Tuesday. Grand opening. Actually, it's not really a grand opening. We aren't doing that until probably January because this time of year is fucked. And, we're going to do everything we can just to get it open. I promise I'm not losing my mind. This is the best time of year to decide to do this, by the way.
Yeah.
Remind me next time.
Yeah, not Christmas.
Yeah.
Not
Probably.
Christmas.
Wait till the new year.
It's funny. I told Eric that. I was like, please, next time I try and do this, remind me that this time of year is like the worst time. And he's just like,
Why?
Why? Because you're just going to do it anyway. And I'm like, I mean, this is accurate, but it's fine. It's fine. So, yeah, we've got a lot of cool stuff to talk about today. Skin is, a whole thing. So, all right. I know that we've talked about weird shit on TikTok before. Like, there are all kinds of, like, videos and things where people are, like, doing really weird stuff to themselves, to each other, eating Tide Pods, doing all kinds of things. Well, Brandi has found some really interesting things that people are doing to their skin because TikTok told them to.
Yes.
And, I mean, seriously, you guys, I knew that Gen Pop was not... operating on all cylinders all the time. But what the fuck? Seriously.
Yes.
What
Yeah,
are
it's
they?
bad.
What is this?
Well, they're apparently putting nail glue on their nose to get their blackheads out, which is obviously going to rip your skin off.
What?
I mean, is it obvious? Like,
Clearly it's not obvious.
It's ripping their skin off.
She's like, it is. It just
It's doing
is.
that.
She's
And then
like,
they're
that is
coming to
100%.
me to fix that, which I cannot fix until it's healed.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
No, you can't do skin grafts. Come on. You can't just.
Well, and then once it's healed, I can't guarantee the scar is not going to be there.
Oh,
for
that's true.
A lot
That's
of treatments.
True. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
So what is the best way to get rid of blackheads that does not involve Gorilla Glue or nail glue or any really type of glue?
So the most effective way I would say is double cleansing every day and exfoliating at least twice a week. And do not use those Biore strips either. They are not good for your skin as well. They also pull skin cells up, not nearly as bad as nail glue.
Well, I would imagine that layers aren't coming off. All right, BRA, we're looking at you. Like, this is.
But they're also they also pull some of the good oils out as well.
Gotcha.
And sometimes you don't need all of those taken out as well.
Right.
But exfoliation, and you can do some extractions yourself, but I would suggest at least once a month going to an esthetician and having them remove them, and then home care and consistency with washing your face, and they'll stay gone.
So what? I have all the questions, and this is definitely not going to fall down that rabbit hole because we'll be here all freaking day long, and I don't think Scott has that much time. But when
he does, but he charges by the hour.
does, but he's just like, that's just going to be extra, and I'm over here like.
Starting a new office. This is great.
Oh, Jesus. What was I thinking? Oh, skin. Gotcha. I was like, oh, God, squirrel. So the red light, green light, blue light, stop. All those things. I'm looking at masks you know, online because I want to scare the shit out of Eric one day. Just have him wake up and me be like laying there like one of those scary movie things, you know. Is there anything to that? Is there anything to that? What is that?
So it does. The red light, LED therapy or whatever, the red light, all the lights essentially, but the red light is the most commonly used because it works well for skin cell turnover and collagen building and like fine lines and wrinkles and stuff like that. Okay. So it's the one used the most, and it just goes further deeper into your skin down to the dermis to just stimulate like the things that kind of quit working the older you get. And the blue light is for people that are more acne prone, that kills the bacteria that's deeper into the pore than just what you're getting on the surface by washing.
So it's not antifungal, it's more antibacterial. Yes, because the fungus among us is not necessarily the fungus on your face.
And not all acne is fungal. Like, I mean, there are types of acne that are fungal. But
so are people washing their face with stuff that they shouldn't be washing their face with?
They really do. It's shocking.
Is it because TikTok told them to?
Yes, TikTok has told people to wash their face with Head and Shoulders, which is not for your face.
For your head and shoulders. Yeah.
Kidding.
I mean, I always kind of figured it was for like head and hair.
Well,
but
it has an antifungal in it for dandruff, but not all dandruff is antifungal or is a fungal dandruff too. Sometimes it could be like all kinds of different things, but you definitely should not self-diagnose your random breakouts and wash your face with something that TikTok told you about.
Yeah, I feel like TikTok is definitely not where I want to go for my advice. Is it ruining your life or is it getting you more clientele? This is what my question.
It's making it harder. It's making it harder to fix the problems that they come in with.
Yes. So far, we haven't really had anybody.
It's actually pretty hard to keep a straight face too. When I ask them what their routine is, and then they tell me which TikTok they learned their routine from,
and you're just kind of like. You're an idiot. No, I don't think we've really had anybody coming in saying like, you know, that they, I don't know. I think some of the like dances and the more athletic things, you know, like people pull a muscle or something like that. And they're coming in and they're like, I was doing a TikTok dance. And I'm like,
I actually just learned that you keep stressing your hips too and not just your shoulders.
Okay, bitch, I've been telling you that for like months.
Well, I obviously blacked out when you told me, but I didn't
listen.
I was working on you while I told you that. And so, yeah, you probably did black out. You were probably just like, I am blocking out all of this. Oh, by the way, this is the bitch that made me see Jesus, okay? Let's talk about waxing. It wasn't in a good way. He told me I wasn't ready and to go back. Like, that wasn't... I was like, no, take me now. I want to follow the light. And he's like, no.
On this clip of Aaron getting waxed.
Thank God there isn't a video of that. Like, I very much imagine that it would be, oh my God.
No.
Like the 40-year-old virgin, you know, and just straight up. It
really was like that. Like, she was screaming so loud. There was like other people in the waiting room probably like sweating. Like...
it was terrible. It was an older building too, so you know that there were like echoes and stuff. It was insane. But I was sitting, picture this.
Like a frog.
Like a frog, right? Mm-hmm. So these are my feet, and they're like, you know, and my knees are out. And she's like, don't close your legs when I do the thing, because everything will stick together. And I'm like, what? But think about this. I'm flat on my back with my legs up like so. I am not a gym rat. And she did that first pass, and y'all, I did a full sit-up. Like, it wasn't even a crunch. And I didn't close my legs.
You tried.
I started to.
I helped her open them.
She slapped them down. I was just like, no. I was like, oh, Jesus.
But
I sat straight up, like exorcist-like, just screaming, howling the whole way. And she's like dying laughing. And she's like, it's not that bad. Like, now I know how my clients feel. It was just,
Yes.
It was
not that bad.
It's really not that bad.
Dominique.
The more you do it, though, the easier.
That's true.
Gets.
Okay, here's the thing, though. I'm probably never going to do it again. Like, that's the whole thing.
That's
like,
on you then.
I'm I'm so traumatized that I'm just like, yep. No. And it's not that she did a bad job. I mean, Lady Garden looked very paved the paradise situation. Like, it was smooth and all the stuff. Little red, little angry looking, but that's normal.
That's normal.
But she did a great job. It just, I am I'm a big old wussy, you know. So I just feel, I don't know, like
yes, I always start with the bikini line areas in case they chicken out and they don't have just a patch out the middle.
Right. That's
you should start doing that now, though.
I feel like you should start doing that. Like, you should just start with that one part that's like the worst.
Usually,
now you're gonna look dumb. We gotta finish this.
Well, usually the outside parts are the most sensitive. Usually,
fucking lie. It's a fucking lie.
Well, I think your nerves are in different places than everybody else's.
I'm just broken. That's all.
You hold your stress in your hips.
Yes. You hold your stress deeper than your hips.
Deeper than the hips. Maybe that's why that's so mean. I don't know.
Oh, gosh.
But see, I feel like I reacted very much in the same manner as like Scott would react if someone were waxing him. You know, like, I feel like...
How do you know?
Sensitivity.
Very high pain tolerance.
Oh. Prove it.
On this
On the next episode, we're going to watch Scott's balls get waxed. No, we're really not. He's like, I'll film it myself. No, we're not going to do that. I'm pretty sure YouTube won't allow us to do that. So,
it's called OnlyFans.
We all wear the cat heads.
Oh, yes, that's such a good idea. I've been thinking of ideas.
It's like, well, now we've got the feet stuff down. Like, you know, got all the ideas for the feet stuff. But, like, okay, so Brandi is, said she's opening up her office in our office. We've also had conversations, obviously, about the various things that she will do, won't do, what services she offers, back and forth, all the things.
What's the name?
Euphoric Beauty. Yes. And it is euphoric once you're done. And you look very beauty, you know.
Yes.
Very beautiful.
I do have relaxing services.
She does.
All wax.
It's not all
It's not all waxing, but we do have to talk a little bit longer about waxing because she doesn't wax the men's.
I don't wax men.
Well,
I actually never learned on purpose.
Is it just not the twig and berries, or do you not do like eyebrows and things like that?
I'll do like eyebrows and any other part of a
anything
man.
where I don't have to look at your genitalia. We're good.
Yeah, I just never learned how to do a manzillion, like on purpose.
Is it seriously called a manzillion?
It's called a manzillion, yes.
I don't like it. I don't like that.
I feel like there's just so many things that could go wrong in that situation. Like, there's just stuff in the way. Like,
yes, and I've heard just horror stories from like other people that I know that do wax men that are just like men are freaking weird, man. Like, they're just.
You think?
Like,
tell me more about this. I've never heard this.
Well, some of them like literally like the pain. Like, they're there for you to touch them, and they like the pain. So, like, it's essentially.
I feel like that's you, and that's why you wax yourself. It's because you're like secretly just like, I like the pain.
It's just easier for me to do it. I mean, it's probably easier for Brandi to do it. Just be done.
Masochist.
It took me a while to learn how to do myself, though.
Yeah.
Seriously, I can't lean over that far. Like, I can't see over.
There are definitely times where you go to pull and you're just like, good, just rip it. Let's do it.
The first time I was like all over the bathroom. My husband was like, "Are you okay?"
No.
I was like, "Mind your business. This isn't about you. This isn't about you."
I'm having a come to Jesus moment with myself.
When I was in massage school, they had estheticians there that were learning as well. And the front desk lady at the school, she decided she was going to wax herself. And she put too much wax on and it dripped down and she got stuck to the floor. So when I came in... you know, it's like, how's your weekend? And she was like, oh, it was so bad. I was like, it's like, why? Jesus Christ. And in my head, I was like, did she get into a car accident? She's like, I got stuck to the floor. you stuck there for long?
You have to warn me before you do that.
No, like that happens. Like a friend of mine, she was trying to do herself at home too, and she was doing like the leg up thing, like technique. And like the wax was so hot, and she was like, "Crap!" So she like it was like just reaction to like shut your leg, and she had to get her mom to stick her. So she had to call her mom, or her mom had to come over. She's like in the bathroom, like stuck together.
This is why I don't play with hot wax around the lady garden. You need supervision, obviously. Like this is something that is a team sport. It is a team activity.
Yeah.
I feel like with men, it would also be a team activity. Like how do you? There are a lot of moving parts.
Like, I did not learn that for a reason.
Like, I didn't learn that part.
I do know, like generally, when you wax anything, you have to make the skin tight. So you want to like tighten the skin flat, you know. So I don't know. I feel like men have certain parts that would be very hard to do that make it flat and do the wax part. So I feel like it's like at least 3 people.
A team sport. I like it. Excuse me, sir. Could you hold your nutsack flat for me, please? I need this stretched out a little more. And then you're like, Jesus Christ, I need extra wax. You know, like, God. That's just, I don't know. I feel like that would be traumatizing.
I know. Like, that's why I never learned how to do it.
For, like, me, not for him.
Right.
Him,
that's
like,
why I never learned how to do it.
It's traumatizing.
Because I feel like I don't even want to know about it.
Right.
Like, I don't.
And here we're just making her think about it. She's like, I'm trauma. Trauma.
I don't want to think
Well, you have to do like their butthole and everything too. Like, and I do know a guy, the first time he went, it was so funny. The first time he went, they did the strip down the middle, like just down just down the whole middle. So he gets home and not realizing that.
Wait, they just did a strip down the middle.
Well, they did everything, but then they did the butt strip, like, which goes all the way down your butt crack, like, all the way to the top. But, like, they do that, too. So, but he gets home, he's like, I've never thought...
You're just like...
He's like, I've never thought of myself as, like, a hairy man or whatever. He's like, but when you have no wax down the whole center, he's like, it looked like I had wings on my butt cheeks. He was like, so I was like, no, we gotta go back.
I love it. Butt wings. That's going to be my new thing. I'm going to need you to relax your butt wings.
Your butt wings.
And then just the look. That just,
what the hell did you say to me? Oh, what?
That? Yes, your butt wings.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Hashtag butt wings.
Let's get that trending.
I feel like that's going to be a whole nother TikTok situation.
TikTok.
I feel like maybe don't like Google that first.
Yeah, no. Yeah, definitely don't. Oh, Jesus.
I get a virus.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Next thing you know, you'd be calling people. I didn't send that. That wasn't me. You know. I was hacked. Yeah. That's fun.
I do like a good TikTok rabbit hole.
You do dive down that rabbit hole pretty deep.
Hard.
But I feel like certain hashtags and things, like, it's just now there's going to be weird shit popping up all over my Facebook and everything because, you know, it knows. Like, I think about something and it pops up. I'm like, stop that!
Yeah. Have you ever done where it's like the estheticians who do like lashes, but they like make it real crazy, or like eyebrows where they like overdo it and it's not like actually done, but they like present it to their clients and they're just like, what did you do? And it's like, gotcha.
Oh, yeah. I've like seen those ones too, where they're putting, like, I've actually done that to a few of my clients. She was like, I just want subtle. It's like subtle brows. And I was like, okay. So like the henna is so dark when even the blonde, it's so dark when you first put it on and while it's like setting. And so I was like, it's super subtle. You're going to love it. And I like gave her the mirror and she was like sheer panic in her face. I was like crying. I was like, I'm just kidding. I'm going to wipe it off.
It's fine. No, seriously though, I did get my brows done on a whim once. I was at a bridal shower doing chair massages, super random. And they had a girl there who was doing lashes and brows. And then they had somebody in a bathroom doing Botox. So I don't know. But it was, I mean, they did a good job. And, you know, I was like, they need to be light because obviously you can't see them, you know, in real life. So I'm like, they need to be light. I don't want it to be like, bam, you got brows. Like that's not going to look good. And so she did them, and I was just like, are they? And she's like, oh yeah. Wash your face a couple of times and they'll lighten up and everything. And I'm like, okay, cool, yay, all right. So I go home and I'm like scrubbing them with a towel and everything. And then Eric comes home. He walks in the front door, and I come around the corner. I'm like, oh, hey, babe. And he's like, Jesus Christ, what did you do to your face? And I'm like, oh, my gosh. And he's like, no, they look great. Like, it's so good. And I'm just like,
was it henna?
Fucking liar. I don't know. You're asking me questions. I don't know.
I was just asking because, like, if it was just, like, a normal 10, it's, like, 24, 48 hours
this
of, like,
took a while for
sometimes.
these things to... I mean, he kept looking at me, like, throughout the night. He just kept going, like... and I'm like, what? And he's like, I just don't know what made you want to do that. I'm like, all right, I'm shaving them off. Like, we're just getting rid of them,
Give it a try.
I was just trying to be girly. God. See what this is where it gets me. This is where it gets me. I get fucked up eyebrows. I pave paradise and put up a parking lot, and I'm traumatized because of it. She's like, look at you being girly, learning how.
So good.
I identify as I don't know, not a girly girl.
Wimp.
You're like in between.
I am. Like, yeah. I'm such a not girl.
I mean,
that's fine.
All right, you should have seen me when I was trying to do winged eyeliner. Okay,
I've learned with that, if one's messed up, you just don't mess with it anymore. Just move on. It's a lost
just
cause.
Move on. Don't.
Because the more you add, the worse it gets. So
yeah, I have one of those mirrors that magnify my face like 87 times. Prepare yourself before you do that, because that is some scary shit. If you're not like used to looking at your skin that way, that is really, really scary. But I was like trying, and it's hard because now the eyeliner thing is like a crayon, and I'm like,
well,
wait,
you're not supposed to use a crayon one.
No, it's not. It's a liquid one that's really thin, but in the magnification, it looks like a damn crayon. It looks like a Sharpie. And you're putting it on, and you're like, oh, I feel like that's
like
just
stickers, too.
Okay, it's cute that you think that I'm this coordinated. Like, it's really cute that you think I'm this coordinated.
Or the stamp.
Like, whew.
But I did learn too the wing stamp. I learned this recently actually. I thought that you just like stamp it like a stamp.
I too would think that, yes.
But you literally you stamp it down, but then you like drag it down and it like makes it's like more perfect. Yes, try it if you.
I don't know this language. Like she's saying things and I'm just like.
Interesting.
I don't really do the winged anymore, but I do have people that like want it when I do makeup. So
yes, she also, by the way, Euphoric Beauty also offers professional makeup services, cosmetology services for all your special events, proms, weddings,
traditional,
Saturday night,
and
whatever,
hairbrush,
girls' night. I gotta look pretty for my bitches.
That's right.
Let's talk about the whole menu of everything she offers.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about everything that you do offer because it's extensive.
Yeah. So,
bejazzling?
No. Honestly, I'm not even sure how that's legal.
We'll get back to that one. Put a pin in that because that is something that, yes, we got to put a pin in that.
That is literally something people ask for all the time.
I just don't understand it. Like, let's turn it into an encrusted little bejeweled.
Like, I get asked it a lot, actually.
Getting your garden.
Like, more than I would.
Let's plant some treasures in the garden. No thanks. No thanks.
Feel like though, like when, like I feel like they would like pop off or like stick. What glue do you? I didn't even.
Imagine if somebody's going down. But imagine somebody's going down on you and they start choking because they like a bedazzled jewel is just popped
It's
off.
like a landing strip. It's like it's like this is where you.
Like I'm gonna do some more research.
It's just jeweled down.
Okay,
with a big arrow that's like, this is where the clitoris is. Here.
She's like, and this is why I don't do that.
She's like,
Well, it's usually women who ask me to do it. Obviously, like it's not like a man wanting her to get it done. Like they usually want it, but I don't know if it's like for an event.
what kind of event are you flashing your lady bits around? Where you're just like, I got it jeweled. I got it jeweled. Trust me, it's not that exciting where you have to like whip out the red carpet, okay?
Or maybe it's like for their OnlyFans like page. I don't know.
There you go.
I don't know. I don't ask. I'm always just like.
So vajazzling is not something that she offers.
No.
Don't call her for that.
Don't
Or
call her
the
for that.
J-Shells.
No. You do not need to steam the self-cleaning
Well,
apparatus.
I don't understand how it's legal, honestly. Like, I'm not even sure that. I mean, it is, I guess, and it's like becoming really popular, but like I haven't.
Quit steaming the self-cleaning
It's not just
apparatus.
steaming, though. It's a whole facial.
No, stop.
It's like every step of a facial. Like the same steps you use as a facial, like
I guess
cleansing,
there's
mask,
not actual-
extractions, like everything.
Extraction.
Yeah, like ingrown hairs and stuff. Which I'll help a girl out during a Brazilian if she's got some, but like
still.
I'm not trying to like do a whole like facial.
I guess if there's no actual penetration, then it's considered an exterior treatment.
I guess so. I don't know. I don't do those either though.
Yeah, no. Seriously, you don't need them. That's not, Stop that.
Yeah.
Just stop it.
Like if you have like, if they have like problems, like I just give them tips. Like here, I'll write you a list.
Hey,
here.
that fish market smell, maybe take a bath.
Or go see a doctor.
See a doctor. You got
Probably the first place you should stop.
vaginitis. Go see somebody.
Vaginitis.
Like,
Is that
ugh.
a thing?
There's a little more cheese on your taco. You need some Vagisil. Like just some, I mean, seriously though. All right. So what else do you offer?
So I
those.
Not
I
those
do
two things.
offer
Not those
custom facials for your face and
your
back.
actual face.
I'll do back and chest as well, usually.
Okay.
Chest is included in a normal facial, though. Yeah. But I say custom facial because your skin's not the same as your skin, it's not the same as my skin, not the same as his skin.
True.
So I always, look at what we're looking at and what kind of skin we're dealing with before I get started.
Same thing with, everybody's muscles, bodies, situation, even day to day. And skin day to day isn't necessarily going to be exactly the same either, you know. All right, so facials customized to you. What else?
And then usually I always start with a custom facial to begin with, especially if you're not somebody that even gets skincare routines or doesn't really have one.
Let me get to know your skin before I try to wear it. Anyways,
So then... so then
I just like to throw her off.
I offer microdermabrasion, which will help get rid of dead skin cells and help the new skin cells come to the surface faster, because sometimes you're like, something's wrong with my skin, it's dry and breaking out, or my products don't work and I've spent all this money on these professional products and they're not working. Well, sometimes it's because there's a layer of dead skin that it can't go through.
On mask of death.
And then once you get that off, everything starts working again, and you're like, oh. Yeah.
So it's just scrape everything off and then start over.
And sucks, yeah.
Oh,
so, sucks all the grossness out of your pores too.
I could say things, but I'm just gonna.
What else do you offer? Let's move on.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
So I offer superficial chemical peels. They don't go all the way to the dermis like a medical grade one, but so they're a pH of 2% or higher.
Okay.
So
cool.
But yes, I have a variety of those depending on what your needs may be. Those are also have to be custom because not everybody can. Not every skin tone or Fitzpatrick or whatever can have the same chemical peel. Right. So we have to...
That makes sense.
Yeah, have to adjust accordingly.
Customize all those things.
And I do microchanneling, which is essentially like microneedling, but it doesn't go as deep, but it has the same... effects or whatever. So it still builds your collagen and stimulates trauma to your face so that you start making more elastin and stuff, regenerating.
To heal. Isn't it so delightful that we have to traumatize our skin to make it heal? I feel like that's just like therapy in real life. We just have to go through the trauma to heal.
Yes. And what else do I offer? I do lash lifting. I do lash extensions, but it's not my favorite thing to do. So I feel
it probably takes a while, I would imagine.
It really does. It's about 2 hours usually. Okay. And then depending on the client, like some people really want it and then they don't take care of them.
Right.
And then it's a pain when we have to start back over or their lashes start breaking off. So there's like a gap, or sometimes like, what is the trick where you pull like your hairs? The trick to...
Oh, yeah. I want to call it trichinosis, but that's a disease you get from undercooked pork. So that's not the same thing.
Something like that. But they like pull them out, so there'll be like a full gap, and then they're like, okay, I'm like, what? There's nothing for me to put it on.
Right.
So
Yeah.
But I always suggest, especially for like low maintenance girls, like yes, like you. A lift, because a lot of times you don't realize how long your lashes actually are, and then I tint them black, and then they're like lifted in black, and it looks...
It's essentially like giving your lashes a perm.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. I've had it. She's done it.
How long does that last usually?
About 6 weeks usually.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, I didn't have to wear mascara for a while. It was really nice. I was just like, woo. And then I thought about it one night, and I was like, what if I put mascara on over this?
It's fine. You can.
I did, and I looked like I had like spiders, like, you know, and then I really wanted to go and just like, because Eric was asleep, and I really wanted to go get like right next to him and just be like, Eric. Like he doesn't have his glasses on when he sleeps, and so he really would have freaked out. I probably would have gotten hit, so I didn't do that. He probably would have actually thought there was a spider like trying to get him. So
or like on your eye.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to do that. So you do a few things too that are not necessarily facial skin related. Spray tans, right?
I do offer spray tans, yes.
Yep. And she's they're really good at them. Very good at them. You don't look orange. It's not a shake and bake look kind of thing. Very natural. Are you still, the teeth whitening? Are y'all still doing that or no?
No, that was Chelsea. So I'm actually not even certified to do that. So that was all her. That was
she
her
had
thing.
Offered that and all. And so it was her original business partner. She moved to Atlanta. She's not dead.
Yes.
She actually moved, you know.
Yes.
And we're sad. We're sad.
Yes.
But well, this is exciting.
It is exciting.
Oh, and the makeup services, which we've talked about. But yes, she will cleanse your skin and make it look all pretty and glowy and wonderful, and then cover it with spectacular makeup for your photo shoots and your weddings and your proms.
And I do work on like backs as well for like acne people that are like teens or not teens that are prone to back acne, and just sometimes
do you wax backs?
I do.
Okay, all right, and like males are included in that. And then
yes, I do wax men. I just don't do manzillions.
Right.
Like I'll do their other stuff.
Right. But then with
flaps,
like with.
Their butt wings.
She just called them butt flaps, which made me think mud flaps, which then was like, oh no, that's a bad situation if you need mud flaps happening. Stop it, Scott. He's over there doing little like, I can see him out of the corner of my eye. So with women though, like waxing wise, I mean, you could do full body
legs.
waxing, right?
Yeah.
Like you can do all of it.
Legs, armpit, everything, yes.
Wow. Why would someone want all their hair removed? I mean, outside of murder. It's great to get it removed. Like, I don't know a whole lot of people that I know of are like swimmers because it makes them more like
the only removal that I mostly get requests for is the same as you would shave, like armpits, legs.
Oh, I have dated people before that literally like shaved everything.
I know
and I'm like, are you just trying not to leave DNA somewhere? Like, I'm so confused because you do know you're leaving DNA anyway. Like,
I don't understand. Yeah, I do know people that shave their arms too, but I've never understood that either. I didn't know if it was like
I guess it's because my hair, mine's blonde and fine, so I'm just kind of like, it doesn't bother me.
Oh, do you shave your arms?
What?
No.
Oh.
No, she's like blonde as well.
Yeah. So I don't have a lot of arm hair.
Yeah.
I feel like if I shave my arms, I would just constantly be like touching them, like feeling like
oh, it's starting to come up. I mean, God, you know how long it takes just to shave legs and stuff. Like, I don't have time for this.
No shave November.
I know. I mean, first off, I'm not doing most of I wear pants 98% of the time.
Yep.
So, and I'm also old enough now, and I've been shaving for 100 years. So there's like a little bit of hair here, a little bit of hair, you know, I mean, like it doesn't grow back the same way it used to.
Yeah.
Now, Addison, however, like she begged me, Mom, let me shave my legs. And I'm like, you don't even know what you're asking. And she's like, come on, let me shave my legs. And I'm like, no, it's not a good idea. Mom, come on. And she would not shut up about it. And I'm like, fine. You want to find out what this is all about? Being a woman? Cool. Go for it. So she shaved her legs. And like 3 days later, she comes to me and she's like, Mom, they're all prickly. This feels horrible. And I was like, yep, now you got to go shave them again. She's like, but it took forever. And I was like, welcome to the new world,
that's
lady.
My kids. Like, they all begged when they were about 10 to be shaved. And then they all did it once. And then that was it. They called it. Well, now they do. Now they're older. But like the first time, I was like, sure, whatever. Like, but they did it the one time. And then Avery shaved the front. She was like, can I shave? And I was like, yeah. And she's got probably the hairiest. It's blonde, but it's like you can see it. And she shaved the fronts of her legs, just the front. And I was like looking at her legs, and I was like, Avery, did you shave your legs today? She was like, yeah. And I was like, but just the front. She was like, yeah, I can only see the fronts. I was like, she was like, you can only see the front. I was like, you can only see the front.
That is such an Avery thing to say. Like, I can see it, I can hear it, you can only see the front. Like, that is so funny. Yeah. That kid's going to be president one day.
Yeah.
100%.
She's going through her No Shave November right now. Yeah. I had to make her shave her 14-year-old boy armpits yesterday.
No, I was just like, no,
can't look at them anymore.
No. I told Addison, I was like, once you start, I don't want to hear
That's it.
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
It's not my fault. Bless her
What's
heart.
the youngest you'll wax?
What kind of wax?
Just like armpits.
Armpits? I mean, I would probably say 15 or so. 15
I would
or so for
assume
legs.
you're not bringing your like 13-year-old in for a Brazilian. Like, this is out of control.
I've had 17-year-old, 16, 17-year-old parents ask me because they have like cheer or dance competitions. And they're like, will you do that? At least a bikini wax.
Gymnasts and things like that.
I've done one time a 17-year-old was the youngest I've ever done, but we just did bikini because it was her that
I'd be over here like, yes, but you have to wear one of those like little spa thong things where like we're going to wax over the edge and just kind of go that way. Like, not damaging the tiny garden. That's not, the tiny garden needs to stay like good
usually
for a while.
like I would say about 15 probably for like legs, armpits, like that. I don't feel like anybody younger than that would ask or want it or whatever.
No.
Like my kids don't.
I told Addison that I got a Brazilian and she was just like, why? And I was like, exactly. Just don't ever do it. It's a bad idea. Mommy made a mistake. Like, Mommy has
I'm out here learning for you.
Mom has regrets. Take my life lessons and use them, please, But I guarantee you she'll be like 18 and be like, I'm going to get a Brazilian because some stupid boy or girl
TikTok
will be like,
is going to be like, how to do your own Brazilian. I can't even wait.
They're going to tell her she has to for like vaginal health or something. And she's going to be like, that makes sense because her full brain doesn't function right yet. And I could definitely see that.
It's going to be some stupid TikTok like a mixture of like Elmer's glue and dish detergent. And
we're going to make slime.
This is how you wax.
Oh, that just sounds like such a bad idea. Though I will not lie, there are definitely some clients of ours that I would never mind waxing their backs.
I know, so there are some contraindications. Like if I get in and there's like they have a lot of back acne, like I wouldn't wax them because it's just going to cause more problems. For the most part, like I feel like I haven't, knock on wood, had too hairy of a man's back yet, but I feel like I would shave it a little or like buzz it,
Or just borrow the scissors off of somebody's front desk and take care of that. Yeah.
Yes.
Just like in the hair salon.
Perfect. I told her I was like,
she did. She told me.
I was like, you might want to trim it. I was like, you're making it sound real long.
The shorter it is, and
Hey,
you don't have to let it grow as long as you think. Like, a lot of people think you have to really let it grow every time. I just need a rice grain. That's all.
Look,
that's
all
it.
right. This was, God, 20 plus years of gloriousness that she just. No, seriously, I've shaved before people calm down.
Yes, I was
but like, she was like, no. It wasn't 70s porn, but
No, it wasn't bad.
But it was definitely like it
that
wasn't
was 20
permed.
years. It's
It
like
wasn't
nothing.
permed or anything, but there was growth. It was definitely, I was like a little longer than what I normally keep it because I was one of those people who thought you had to let it grow out.
A lot of people think that. And
and
She's like, how long? How long? I was like, I just
like
have to be that
rice
long.
grain.
That's
all you need.
Dom's like, it doesn't have to be that long. What's wrong with you? And I'm like, I could braid it.
Yeah,
She's like, no, that's too long.
Too long. Cut it.
Well, the longer it is, the more it hurts too. So
Yeah, I don't understand that. I would feel like, I guess there's more yank or something. I don't know. That just seems odd. I don't know. All the fun things you get to learn about on Getting Naked. All about getting naked,
Yeah. I've seen like hairstylists like waxing
Oh, the sideburns and stuff. Yeah.
I'm just like, why?
Because some women don't want to have sideburns.
yes, but I feel like
Like little wispies.
I don't know.
Little
I just
wispies.
feel like
Yours
too,
are
that-
cute, but I've seen some that are like lamb chop type situations.
Little mutton chops.
Yeah, like some, and you're just like, and the mustache too. And you're just like,
Well, that's like a common thing. Sometimes, like, if somebody asks for, like, their chin or something, sometimes if I can tell that they need their lips too, I'm just going to swipe it over your lips too. They're like, whatever you want.
you're like, I'm just going to just make everything look uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's.
I mean, that's true too. A lot of times, like, you don't realize how hairy you are until you wax, like, one.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Didn't realize that there was a standard here. Brandi's over there like, good God.
I didn't say that. I was literally upside down.
I know. She was. Bless her heart. She's a good friend. It was, we were talking about it beforehand, and I was like, so is this going to be awkward for you? And she's like, if you're cool with it, I'm cool with it. And I'm like, all right, cool.
I'm not even looking at anything but the hair anyway. That's my brain is just like
Sure, lie to
hyper-focused.
yourself. Tell yourself all the things you got to say. You know that she's sitting there like, the fuck?
I feel like if it would be something like totally disgusting, then you're not focusing on the hair anymore. You're like,
Well, I feel like 90% of the people that are coming in to get Brazilians are not like the gross people because
Right.
they are keeping up with it
keeping up
in
with it.
general. So
And you got somebody like me who comes in like, I haven't had shit done in forever. Fix it.
I can look
No,
at the
it was-
lawnmower. Be right back.
Go get the weed eater.
Let me
Hold
get my
on.
tools.
It's a whole thing. It's like what I think about when Eric goes and gets pedicures. It's like those poor little ladies, he's just in there and I'm like, this is like Dumb and Dumber. But yeah, he needs to go get another one. He sliced my leg open the other night with his big toe.
Ouch.
He cuts his toenails like straight across and doesn't do anything with the edges. And they're like lethal weapons.
Well, Jason, my husband, cuts his eyebrows with kitchen scissors.
What the fuck is...
Every time I walk in and see him doing it, I feel triggered. Just wanted to tell you guys.
I am so glad that
I do this
I
for a
know.
living.
I'm so glad that I'm not the only one who has their person not give a fuck about what they do for a living, because he obviously is like, yeah, I got this. Like,
and that was like 3 seconds for you to do?
Yes, and it wouldn't look like, girl, like he's like, I was like, they're like off now, like, and he's like, yeah, they were really bushy, and I'm like, but
now they're crooked. And,
now you
and
look stupid.
patchy.
Now you have
even more
anorexic
caterpillars. Now they're just fucked
And they're
up
not
with
even
it.
like the tiny like lash scissors or like toenail scissors.
Right.
Or they're like legit like kitchen shears.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that's like one of
men.
my biggest things is I bitch that Eric won't let me like work on him as often as I feel like he should, you know. And it makes me feel better now that I'm not the only one whose professional expertise is ignored completely to the detriment of somebody else. So that makes me feel warm and fuzzy.
I think it's just like men. Like they think their decision making is very good.
Wrong.
I know.
So wrong.
I really know.
So very wrong. Oh, man. So did y'all have good Thanksgivings?
I did.
Yeah. Lots of turkey. It's pretty chill.
I made the Thanksgiving. I've never done that before. Can't believe Jason trusted me with the meat. But he put Post-its all over the kitchen. He put a Post-it on like the turkey baster.
I will
He was
not
like,
say anything.
I know. He put a Post-it on the turkey baster. Do not use internally.
no, he was like, told me what to do with each thing. Like this, the thermometer thing. Like he was like, what?
Does he think you're 4?
No, but I don't know how to cook things. So, like usually it turns out pretty bad. So,
but it turned out good.
Yes, I followed all the directions of the Post-its all over the kitchen. That's cool. And I didn't even burn the turkey.
That's there you go. Yeah. I like it. We went on a 4-day car crash in West Virginia.
Fun.
Yeah, it was. It was a lot of fun. I got to see animals, like wild ones.
Like the camels and stuff that are in the wilderness.
Oh, no.
In West Virginia?
In West Virginia?
Well, what are those like drive-through things? That's what I'm picturing.
No, I did not go through a drive-through zoo. No, we didn't go through a drive-through zoo. We were on the side of a coal mountain.
You said car crash.
Yeah, no.
I thought that's what
we were in the side-by-sides, so that's what I call that in the 1880s.
Oh my God, look at that camel up there.
Oh my God, how much of this coal dust have I been huffing? There are camels everywhere. Oh God. Oh. No, we saw like a whole bunch of deer and some, just lots of wild animals. And there were, I swear to God, they were bears, but Eric's like, no, Aaron, they were dogs. And I'm like, are you sure?
Oh, maybe like those,
No, they weren't standing. They were curled up on the side of the road, and then all you could see, because they were in like this, it was like on the side of a road, but they were in like a whole bunch of tall grass that they had like mooshed down. So they're like curled up, and all you see are their little faces, and they were like just like brown little faces, and then darker fur, and it was like kind of longer fur. But you've seen those bears before that have like the longer face hair. And I was like, oh my God, forest puppies. And then I was like, oh shit, I think those were bears because there were 2 of them. And like, you just don't see dogs curled up on the side of the road like that, just chilling in a sunbeam.
They were awake. I mean, like alive.
Yeah, totally. Like they were just like hanging out. And I was like, oh my God. And then I was like, I think they were bears. Let's go back. And everybody was like, why would we do that? And I'm like, oh, come on, let's go back and get pictures. And they're like, they're bears, we're not going back. And I'm just like, come on, they were so chill. Like they are coming after you. They're hibernating. Like it's cold outside. They're fine. But it was cold as all out, but it was a lot of fun.
You get any snow while you were there?
No, lots of frost. Like lots of frost.
I just saw we're supposed to get a bunch of snow in the next few weeks or something. Said South Carolina winter storms ahead.
Oh, that's gonna be up in the upstate. Oh. We won't really see a lot of that. It'll be cold and it'll be wet.
Because I don't like it.
I'm not a big fan of it. I grew up in the deep South. I don't know how to operate in the cold, wet, white stuff. It's not how I roll.
lived in Maine for 8 years and
I don't know how you did that.
It wasn't the best.
I lived in Virginia for 1 year and my car ended up in a ditch 3 times.
I never wrecked my car, but you had to dig out of like 42 inches instead of 2. So that was
42 and that's like almost 4 feet.
Yes, correct. Yeah, you'd go outside and it'd be waist deep.
Nope. Nope. See, that, people trimming their eyebrows with kitchen shears makes you triggered. That triggers me because I'm like, the pantry has to be full. I didn't even grow up where there
people
was
still
snow.
go out in it. Everything's still open. The kids are walking to school.
It's different.
No.
The kids are literally
I'd be
walking
like,
to
we're
school.
snowed in forever. We're snowed in. It's fine.
That's where my dad and my stepmom live in Maine. And they were snowbirds for a while there. So they were in the hot summer months, they were in Maine. And in the cold wintry months, they were in Florida. And then they sold their Florida house and they're permanent Maine residents now. So.
Even Maine's cold in summer.
Yeah,
to me.
no. See, that's my thing.
To me, it's still cold. It's been three
warmer,
times
though,
a day. It's like you have to change your clothes like all day though. Like in the morning time, it's still like
chilly.
60.
Right.
And then by noon, it's like 85 to 90. And then by like 4 o'clock, it's like 55 again. So it's like all day, like you still have to like either layer or like change or whatever. And the water, we lived on the beach and you couldn't swim, or you could, but like there was always ambulances out there because the water never gets above 30, 35 degrees.
So you got a bunch of hypothermic assholes coming out the water like
even in
blue
July,
and shaking.
They do this like lobster dip in January.
See, I do that in the pool, but it's like in the shallow end. I just jump in and get right back out. Like,
These dumbasses pay $50 to get. It's like a charity.
No.
Yeah.
I'll just give you my
I'm
$50. Like, how's that?
what?
Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not going all ice road truckers on the water. That's not.
Yeah. It's always pretty crazy.
It's like people who are like, oh, we're going to Canada like over Christmas. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why would you want to do that? Like, that just sounds like a terrible idea. I don't know. Some people really like snow. I mean, there are also serial killers out there. So, I mean, to each their own. I am very anti-snow. I am very anti. It's pretty to look at from the window. The dogs seem to enjoy it. I don't.
My kids like it. And then they're the same though. Once, like they want it to melt by the next day.
Yeah. No, it's like Addison will go out in it and she's all excited and like she's all playing
and then
and the
it
dogs
hurts.
play. And then she's
hurt.
just like, and I'm done, like 10 minutes in. And she's like coming in, she's like, this is bullshit. Sits in front of the fire and is like,
Yeah.
can I have some tomato soup and a grilled
Like, your
cheese,
whole
please?
body
And I'm
hurts.
like, you got it, boo thing.
Yeah. Like I don't understand. I
It's
always
just not right.
winters in Maine were like a nightmare. Just always like felt like I was gonna shatter.
So is there anything you should do extra for your skin in like really winter weather?
Moisturize more, I would say. Yeah.
Like a heavier moisturizer or
No, you don't really want a heavy moisturizer anyway, especially depending on your skin.
I use like hyaluronic acid, like a serum, and then I have like
you want to put a moisturizer over that though, because the hyaluronic acid on its own like pulls moisture from like the atmosphere. But if it doesn't have something over it, like it leaves your skin and you'll end up being more dry.
shit. See, this is why she's coming to work for us. It's because now I need to know these things. Because apparently I'm doing horrible things to my face.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's like something as simple as like a lot of people are like, oh, I'm dry, or I'm oily, or whatever. And it's like one little tiny step that they're missing in their routine. Like usually I can figure it out when they tell me the things that they do.
Or don't do.
Yeah.
What do you wash your face with? In the shower?
Dial.
I've heard
dial
wash.
Like a lot of times people, I don't know how many people tell me dial because they think it's good because it's antibacterial. And I'm like,
no, I don't use that because I mean, that'll dry out my skin anyway. The only time I ever use dial is before surgery.
Hand soap.
I'm like, when have you done surgery?
Oh no, I don't do the surgery. Not unless I'm popping a monster zit on Eric's back or something, then I might scrub. Maybe.
Doctor.
No, before I have surgery. Like I've had enough of them in the last few years that they're like, use dial.
That teal bottle of stuff.
They
That's
always
what
tell me to use dial.
BioCleanse or something.
Yeah. No.
Hybricleanse something. Oh, I don't know.
My doctor told me to use dial. I'm like, okay.
I mean, I would assume that works just as good.
Easy peasy.
But not on
lemon
your
squeezy.
face.
Yeah, no. I have a little, I have an actual, what do I use? I don't even remember what the name of it is. I told you about it. You approved it. I sent you pictures and you were like, that's fine. So
Yes.
I have to send it to my esthetician and be like, is this okay? And she's
I have
like,
people
"You're
that do that
approved."
all the time. And
Yes.
like I have one, she does it especially for her daughter too.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, is this good? I'm sorry, am I irritating you? I'm like, no, it's fine. Like whatever.
Totally okay.
Yeah.
You're so fucking annoying. But yeah, totally fine.
No, most of the time I don't mind. Like it's like usually usually I know off the rip whether or not it's a yes or no.
Right.
There's once in a while it's something I haven't heard of before or like something that's just come out and
I 100% do the same thing to my hairdresser. Should I use this? And I'll send her a picture and she's like, what the hell are you doing?
Lord, I can't even imagine the TikTok things for hair.
Oh God. I've seen, okay, so there have been a few different ones that are, it's like a hairdo. And I'm watching it and I'm like, okay, that seems pretty easy. I feel like I can do that. And I start doing it and all of a sudden I've tied my hair into a knot. And I'm just like, what happened? Like, what? So I should not be trusted around.
I've actually recently learned to braid a few different
female
ways
things.
because Preston made me learn how to braid like the soccer game day braids and stuff like that. So I've had to I was like, I have 3 girls and I don't even know how to I can normal braid, just like one braid.
I can normal braid.
But I learned
I
how
can
to
even
do a
do
few.
pigtail braids, but I can't do them like you do them. She does them where they start up here, like the French braids. And I
Dutch,
can't
like
do
That was
that.
a TikTok trend. It's just 2 pieces. You literally just twist and you add hair in. Because I can't French braid 2.
So I saw something where it was like saying like, okay, when you're twisting like that, when you get towards like the bottom part, you go like you twist it and then you like flip it around so that it doesn't untwist when you put your rubber band in. Yeah, that's not a thing.
I just put a rubber band in close to this, like the base, and then I just braid the rest like a normal braid.
Yeah. Well, I had to learn, like the ones like French braid,
That's not the extent I can
like normal French braid. Like I basically knew the concept of, and I could do it. So I did that one pretty easily when they were trying to get me to learn. But then the Dutch braid, like I don't feel like my hands want to do that. So because instead of I normally braid like over. That's my natural.
As much as I
like
use
a
my
Dutch,
hands,
you have to go under.
Yeah,
so
as
that
much as I use
out.
my hands, they are not dexterous enough to do.
Oh, it took me forever to learn that.
And my
one.
left hand is fucking useless. Useless. Like when I'm trying to blow dry my hair, even it's like I'm trying to hold the blow dryer with this hand and brush with this hand, and it does not. I'm just like
you should
blow
just
dry it
get
over
like a
there,
brush.
and I'm like, why isn't it? Oh,
Get one
shit,
of those round brush blow dryers. Those
I
are
have
the
one
best.
of those.
Oh.
I have one of those.
That's what I use
as well. But it was in Addison's bathroom last time, so I was just like, fuck it, I'll use mine. And yeah, I just flip my head upside down and just blow it like that. It's fine. I comb it out while I do it. It's fine. It's also why it's usually in a bun.
Good enough.
It's good enough for government work. So yeah, we're really excited. I don't know if y'all could tell that we're excited, but we're incredibly excited that Brandi and Euphoric Beauty is going to join us at our West Columbia location, opening on Tuesday, December 5th. We're going to be on Hebron and Leapart Drive. So 3125 Hebron Drive, Suite 102. Yeah, we're so excited. I've got, 3 new therapists that are, well, not new. Lindsay's not new, but the other 2 are new. So we've got new therapists there. We've got Brandi's going to be there. This office is still, of course, going to have Dominique, Christine, and I'm ping-ponging around everywhere. So we're moving on up, growing on out.
Yeah, man.
How can people book an appointment with Brandi?
So that's a Brandi question because technically her stuff is still like separate from ours. There will be links on our website to get to her website, but
as of right now, I have a Square link, but I'm working on my website. I have to make a few changes now that Chelsea's gone, and add a separate thing and whatever. But that is happening today, hopefully.
Awesome. It'll all be active by the time Tuesday rolls around and everything. And of course, we'll have everything up on our Facebook page. Euphoric Beauty also has a Facebook page.
I have a Facebook page and an Instagram that anybody can reach out to me on. And
what's your Instagram handle?
it's Euphoric Beauty.
Okay. Mine's Massage Mechanics.
Yeah.
This one's Dee Dee Pookie, so. See, her face was the same. I'm like, all right, okay.
My personal page. What do you want from me?
It's all good. It's all good. So Facebook, Instagram, you can find both of us there. Of course, you can go to our website, massagemechanicsSC.com. And then once Brandi's website is up, of course, we'll be making announcements for all of that. And, like us, follow us, share us with your friends and family and other people that you feel like should have more joy and laughter in their life.
Yeah, man.
You can, follow us on...
Listen to us on Spotify and iTunes.
And you can watch this whole shit show.
Videos on Spotify now.
Videos on Spotify?
What? You just got approved.
Moving on up. I like it. I like it. All right. So now you can watch this shit show on videos on Spotify, YouTube, or Facebook.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And then listening to us on iTunes. Look at that. I got it right.
Wow.
Oh, it only took 16 episodes.
Eventually.
I'll get it eventually. I come around to all this technology every now and again. So we can't wait to see you guys for our next episode. We will all have a brand new location at that point. We might even be filming there. I don't know. I haven't, maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
All right, you guys, stay safe, get naked. We'll talk to y'all later.